The holidays are awesome for sales, but they make for a whole lot of packing. I think that's about 60 packages right there. Chrissy, my sister-in-law to be, has about 20 packages on her own that she has to pack. So pretty busy holiday weekend. We shipped on Saturday morning. So if anybody ever tells you the holidays aren't busy, they're wrong. You can make a lot of sales on the holidays. So my tip for today is whenever a holiday is coming up, the day or two before that holiday, a couple days before the holiday, make sure you get as much listed as you can. That way you can sell stuff. Adjust your prices, adjust your best offers, get everything going, because this is what happens during holiday weekends for sure. And another like 5 packages that need to go out in the morning. A few more randoms will probably sell before tomorrow. So long story short is the holidays can really be your friend if you need to sell some stuff. Get everything listed before the holidays. And I don't just mean Christmas holidays. Labor Day, Memorial Day, 4th of July, Easter. I do really good on all those holidays, especially the day before, the day of, and the day after. Those 3 days are usually always good sale days. So make sure you get that going. But anyways, let's jump into today's video. It's Tuesday now. Well, today's Monday. Today's a holiday. It's Tuesday by the time you guys watch this. But it's Monday for me. It's still 11 o'clock, my normal time to get videos up. A couple of people asked why I upload my videos so late. And it's basically during the day, I'm go. And when I do these videos, I need time to sit down, record the videos, edit the videos, and put the clips together, and then put them up on YouTube. So really the only chance I get to do it is at night, when Kate's asleep, when we don't have shipping going on, when the boys, the 2 dogs, are not going crazy, barking and going nuts. So that's why I upload them so late. I apologize for all of you that want to see them, but I know you guys watch them the next day. Some of you told me that you listen to them at work. You listen to them while you're packing in the morning. So that's awesome. I love hearing that. And you guys are always kind of like the next day, so that's cool. So let's dive into today's video for you guys. And while I'm thinking about it, the rest of this week's videos, I had some really good, really good suggestions for videos. Everything from packing. People want to see the process start to finish packing, which I have already done. I'll link that video below, but people want to see how we actually make the label. They want to see the screenshot on my computer of me selecting the weights and comparing prices, which I think I might have done in another video, but it's been a while and I don't know if I did it really in depth, so I'll do it again this week. And another person wanted to see, and several of you asked about my accounting, which I have an accounting video. I'll link that as well. But people want to see how I keep track of my cost of goods and cost of goods sold. So I'll do another video for cost of goods and cost of goods sold, how to keep track of a running total, averages, all that good stuff. Those will be later in the week. I have a couple ideas for videos today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. So look for that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, sometime between Thursday and Saturday in the weekend. So yeah, thanks for all the great video ideas. I appreciate it. Okay, so today's video is going to be all about iPods, and the reason I want to do a video about iPods is I know a lot of you have seen my eBay account, and we do sell a lot of iPods, and I get a lot of questions regarding the iPods. So I wanted to go ahead and cover this as much as I can, from where we get them to what we pay for them, to how we price them, how we look them up, how we sell them, how we ship them, everything to do with iPods, because it is a big part of my business. It's 20-30% of my business, at least for some months. There'll be some months you'll see I'll sell a ton of iPods and then I'll go a couple weeks without really selling much. It just depends on my suppliers and the places that I get them and how often I can find them. Sometimes they'll just have a couple for me, sometimes they'll have a couple dozen. It all depends. So we're going to start with the iPods that I sell. There are 4 types of iPods. There are iPod Touches, which is what most of you are probably used to. The touchscreen iPod, they come in several different generations, from 1st generation to 5th generation as they got newer. There are iPod Nanos, which are the small ones. You might see them sometimes on the wrist, the armbands of runners, or on the little watches sometimes, and I'll show you those. There's 7 different generations of those that all look different shapes. There are iPod Classics. Those are the old fat ones, the big ones with the spin wheels, and they come 1st to 7th generations, and they have the big hard drives. They're really popular and really expensive, even though they haven't been made in many years. Because of the size of their hard drives, they're super expensive and desirable. And then the last one is the iPod Shuffle, which just comes in a few different shapes and generations. A lot of runners use those. They don't have any screens. You can't see anything. You just click on it, and it plays music, and then you can click through the music. So let's jump into, I'm going to reverse the order. Let's start with the shuffles. iPod shuffles look like that. There's another generation that's a little smaller, square looking. Basically, you just plug this in with a set of headphones, and also this plugs into the computer using a USB cable, and you just upload your music onto it. You click and drag, and then when you're actually playing it, these are the play button and the forward, reverse, and whatnot. These are very, very cheap, not so desirable. They don't sell as fast. Depending on the generation and the gigabyte storage size that you get, these will sell for anywhere between $15 and $25. That's really, I can't remember the last time I sold one for more than $30. Now, this is September of 2016, so if you're watching this video at a later date, these prices may be even lower. And during Christmas time, they might spike a little bit by $5 or $10. But if you see these, you really don't want to pay more than $5 or $10 for these good. And I don't recommend buying them broken. They really don't sell broken because they're not worth fixing. These are ones I only buy if they're fully functional, good to go. I can test them out, plug them into a computer, listen to them, make sure the music plays, all that good stuff. And I won't pay more than $10. 10 is the max, and that's for the bigger gigabytes. If it just has a 1 gig, usually I'm $5 to $7 on it. If it's a 2 gig, I'll pay 10. If it's a 4 gig, maybe 12 to 15. It just depends. But that's the iPod shuffles. They come in a couple different generations, and they come in like 8 different colors: pink, gold, silver, blue, red, all that good stuff. So that's iPod number 1. That's iPod shuffle. This particular one is a second generation. The fourth generation is a little bit square, and the third generation is like a stick-looking thing. So, okay. The second iPod we're going to talk about is iPod Classics. They come between first and seventh gens. They look like this. Now, the older models are a little more rectangle, a little fatter, bigger fat wheel. The newer generations look like this. This is a 5th gen. The 6th gens come in a couple different colors, a little duller. But they have bigger hard drives, 30 gig, 60 gig, 80 gig, 120, and 160 gigs. Now, these prices range. They're a huge range. If you can get the 6th or 7th gen shuffle, or Classics, excuse me, they will be priced, the 80 gigs are selling right around $80. The 120s are around like $100 to $120, and the 160 gigs are anywhere from $160 on up to like $200, depending on condition and everything you have included with it. So they're big, big money if you happen to see these Classics out in town. Make sure you learn to tell the generations, and you learn to tell the model numbers. I'm going to link in the description a link to a site that you can check what model number is what generation and what gigabyte. So when you're out looking, you can save that website to your phone or copy and paste it into a notepad with that list. And then when you're out at a yard sale or a thrift store or pawn shop, you can look at the model number, which is on the back of every iPod, and then cross-reference it to your website, and you'll know what generation you have, and then you know what to look up and price it at. Very important. Do not buy an iPod and guess on the generation. The reason, the difference between a 5th and 6th generation. A 6th generation 80 gig is worth about 80 or $90, like I said. A 6th generation 80 gig. A 5th generation, say 60 gig, is worth like $40. So you can see it's a huge difference. You have to be very, very careful in what you buy and how you price them. So I will provide that link down in the description. I'm really bad at putting the links in when I upload videos. If I don't put the links in, please, like you guys have been doing, comment, and I'll make sure to get them in there. But I will put this link down there, I promise. So that's our iPod Classics. Our third one is iPod Touches. They come between 1st and 5th generations. The old school ones look like this. You guys probably recognize it. That's a 4th gen. They have a camera. The 4th and 5th gens have cameras. Before that, they didn't have cameras. 1, 2, and 3 had no cameras. They're just iPod Touches. They connect via Wi-Fi. They play music. Touches. They look like this, but they don't have the camera on the back. So that's how you tell the 4th gen. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, no camera. 4th gen, a camera. And the 5th gen looks like an iPhone. It's bigger, it's longer, and there you go. These are worth buying. Look up the prices. They come in 16, 32, and 64 gigs. Same with these. These come in 8, 16, 32, and 64. So you just have to look up the prices. The prices are a huge range on these. I'm not going to go over the prices of every one, but when you're out in town and you learn how to identify these using the links below or Googling, you'll be able to look up the price on eBay or Amazon. iPod Touch, 5th generation, 32 gig, and get a good idea of the pricing. Now, these are worth buying broken. Any touches are worth buying broken. The first, second, and third gens, don't pay more than a couple bucks for them broken. The fourth gens, maybe 5 to 10, up to 15, depending on what's wrong with it and the gigabyte size. These fifth gens, it all depends on a lot of things. It depends on the damage. It depends on the gigabytes. And the fifth gens also depend on the iCloud being removed from the device. What does that mean? For those of you that are not Apple, everything on these fifth gens and up require you to sign in to the Apple ID using the ID and password. When you sell this item or you get rid of it, you need to remove that so that the next person can use it. The only way to remove that is having the password. So if you forget to remove it before you sell it to someone, they don't have any way to remove it because they don't know your password. They're not going to be able to use it. It requires that ID and password to be logged in so you can download apps. And that's what's called iCloud lock for any of you that have ever heard. It was originally created to stop people that steal these. If I stole this from someone, I wouldn't be able to use it because I don't know their password to remove it and put mine in. So that's what it was for. But sometimes it's an honest mistake where somebody breaks it and sells it or just sells it off used, fully working at a yard sale or on Craigslist, and they forget to remove it, and it's still worthless to the next person. So it's very, very important that you have the person that you get it from or the place that you get it from remove the iCloud. If they don't know the iCloud, don't buy it. Avoid it. Do not buy it. That means it could be stolen. It could have been lost and found. Or it just for whatever reason, they don't know how to remove it. It's shady. Stay away from it. The way that you check to see if it's removed, and I'll put a link down for this as well, is iCloud.com. And then you type in the serial number that's on the back at the bottom, and it will tell you if the iCloud is on or off. If it's on, stay away unless they can remove it. When they remove it, that website will update right away telling you it's been turned off. So that's how you check. So make sure you guys check on that. And that's only on the iPod Touch 5th generations. The Nanos, the Classics, and the older Touches, you don't have to worry about that. Only on these. So if it has the iCloud, stay away. If it doesn't and it's clear, then you need to price it based on it being good or based on it being broken, and then look it up accordingly just like you would any other items. So that's the Touches. We sell a lot of those. They're worth buying broken, like I said. The last one is going to be iPod Nanos. They come in quite a few different sizes, and I've got 3 of them here. They come in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. The 7th gens are very small. They're all small, but these are square rectangles with a touchscreen. The 6th gens are the perfect squares. The 7ths are rectangles. You can kind of see the difference, but the 6th gens are squares. These are the ones you see on the watches and you see on the running bands. Some people run with these, but that's them. The 1st and 2nd gens, I don't have any 1st and 2nd gens right now, but they are just rectangles. Actually, I might have a 1st and 2nd gen. Hang on just a second. Yes, I do. I thought I might have one. This is a 1st and a 2nd gen. They look the same. These are very cheap, but the 1st gens have a little bit of value. And there they are. That's what they look like. That's 1st and 2nd. Your 3rd gens are a perfect square as compared to the other ones, the 7th and the 6th gens. You can see these are quite a bit bigger there. And then the 4th and 5th gens look like the 1st and 2nds. They just have more screen and less frame. Those I don't have any of laying around. No, I don't have any of those laying around. But they just have a little bit more screen. Anyways, the website that I'm going to show you will have the description and the model number. So you'll be able to check these out and learn them and know what you're looking for when you're out at pawn shops or out at yard sales. So basically we buy these working, broken, and we just look them up. I know what they're worth now. I've sold so many of them, I have a good idea. But that's basically the iPods that we sell. That's how to identify them. It'll be down in the link, along with the iCloud link, and along with the videos that I promised you guys at the beginning that I would link. And then the shuffles. So iPods are a super popular item. They're Apple, anything Apple sells. They've got good value for the most part, and you can typically get a good deal, especially at a yard sale if somebody's selling their old iPod. Or pawn shops. Pawn shops really sell them cheaply. I can buy, I'll give you guys a good example. These used 7 gens, if they're perfectly functional and there's nothing wrong with them, these things sell for 60 or 70 bucks. I know it's surprising. You can get at least 60 out of them. They'll be in pawn shops for $25. That's a great profit. I'll take that. On the older ones, like these 3rd gens, these things sell for $30 or $40 depending on the gigs and the colors. So I can usually pick these up in pawn shops for 15 or 20 bucks. Somebody takes them into a pawn shop. The pawn shop's only going to pay 5 or 10. They're looking to double their money. They sell it for 20. I list it for 40. Also on Craigslist, everybody wants big money for the touches, the newest thing. They might not realize that their classic could be worth $80, $90, $100, and they sell to you for $20. I find them all the time. I put ads up that say we buy iPods all the time. People call me and say, I've got an iPod Classic. I say, take a couple pictures, send me the front and back. I look it up. It's a 6th gen 80 gig. I know it's worth $90. I'm like, how much are you asking? And they'll be like, oh, I don't know. I need like 30 or $40. And I'll be like, I'll happy to give you 30. I put it on Amazon for $89.99. It sells the next day. So really, the prices are highest on Amazon, by the way. So really behooves you, big word for me, I know, to keep an eye out for any kind of iPod. It doesn't matter what it is, but keep an eye out for it. Make sure, the last thing I'm going to tell you is make sure that you're buying legitimate iPods. Do not buy fake ones. All iPods take that 30 pin, that normal old school Apple charger, or the two newest ones, the 7th gen Nano and the 5th gen Touch, take the lightning cable, the smaller charger. There are a lot of fake iPods that I see out there that require a micro USB. The Android ones or the big fatter ones, that's fake. Apple never used any of those chargers, so make sure you're buying legitimate. Look the model number up that's on the back of it. It will have a legitimate Apple model number and also an Apple serial number. You can go onto Apple's website and check the serial number under the support page. It'll tell you if it's under warranty. Doesn't matter if it's under warranty. You're just looking to see if it pops up. Even if it says out of warranty, then you know it's legitimate because it's an Apple system. So that's a very important thing to remember as well. But the lesson for today, the key thing is iPods are your friend. You can make a lot of money of them. We sell a lot of iPods every month for the most part. And because Christmas is coming up, I think this could be very, very valuable for you guys. If you can get some iPods cheap now in the next month or two and get them online for fourth quarter, you will make a killing. So yeah, so that's the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you learned a little bit about iPods. Make sure to study and research this site that I'm linking. Make a list, write them down, copy and paste them, take photos, store them in your phone, whatever you have to do so that you don't mistakenly buy the wrong item or price the wrong item or buy a fake one or whatever it is. Just make sure you do your research and you learn as much as you can about these iPods before you go busting out the wallet and spending a bunch of money on them. But if you do, good luck, make a lot of money, and if you have any questions about iPods, take a picture, send it to me, email it to me, I'll check it out, I'll help you out the best I can, as always. So thanks a lot, guys. We'll be back with more videos tomorrow. It's Tuesday. I'll probably get to the Goodwill outlet. It's after a holiday. I don't know how crazy it's going to be. We'll see. My arm is still hurting, so digging in the bins may not be the most fun thing, but we'll see. Like this video, guys. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it, if you learned anything, and make sure to subscribe before you leave. I'll be at 5,000 subs tomorrow, probably while I sleep. I thought I'd hit it today before bed, but we didn't. We're about 15 short, I think, but definitely for tomorrow. So thanks, guys, so much for that. Thanks for everybody that subbed, all the new subscribers. 5,000 is amazing, and I look forward to the next 5,000. All the social media links are down there as always in the email. If you need to email me, please take advantage of that. And I will see you guys tomorrow on Tuesday. Have a wonderful night. See you guys.